Good afternoon to everybody. This is Josiah Poh, the Senior Manager of Consultancy and Legal at Straits Interactive. I'm also the DPO at Straits. Now, this afternoon, my presentation is to share with you some takeaways of the recently held Personal Data Protection Week organized by the PDPC. And so this is to let you know that the PDPC, first of all, organized this last week from the 14th of September to the 17th of September. And so this video is meant to go out to all of you DPEX network people or those who are on our chat groups to share with you what are some of the key takeaways that we gathered as a DPEX network community, right? And what of the, so bear in mind, first of all, is driving a data-driven culture. This is the theme for this week's event, and there was a series of events, and some of us have attended this, and these are the takeaways for all of you to bring back. First of all, data breach is assumed, so it's not an if but a when situation, and this is nothing new actually, because we've been PDPC have been talking about this for a while already, so it's making it very clear. Now, of course, there's need to prepare. So with the data breach notification obligation that has come into force from February this year, there's a need to prepare and to respond. So there's need to prepare your data breach plan, etc. Now, and last but not least, compliance with PDPA is a same statement they've been making all this while, that is a shared responsibility. The DPO is not meant to be the one and only. It's a shared responsibility across the organizations. And bear in mind that the penalties are now going to be higher from next year onwards. We will see when. And there's a need now for good internal handling, as you can see on this slide here. You need to resolve with your data breach data subjects quickly, amicably, of course. And PDPC again should be the last to be called in, right? So this is the posture that we want for you to take. Now, the most important thing for this broadcast is to talk about the outcomes, and there are updated guides to the Tpmp and the PDPIA that has been published with through PDPC, and of course the guide to data protection practices for ICT systems. So this screenshot here is taken from their website, and you can go to PDPC's website to take a look. The announcements is on the landing page. Now, so first of all, I'll talk about the Tpmp Dpi guides. Now, for those of you who are new to this, these Tpmp guides and the DPIA assessment guidelines were published before. They have been around since 2017 onwards, I think, and now they just refreshed these guidelines. You can see, for those of you who are more senior or more longer in this job, the guides were plain in the beginning, but now they made it more snazzy, more friendly, and more infographic based, as you will see on this slide. So the last time for the DPMP, you'll be familiar that the 3P processes were, the 3P diagram was the one that was used in the guides. Now they refreshed it to have a 4-step framework for a DPMP. All right, governance and risk assessment, policies that are practices, processes, and again about operationalizing the policy, and last but not least, maintenance, right? Steps to keep it up to date, and things to take note of here is that the competency roadmap that the PDPC has introduced for DPOs is now in the guide, and the certification, DPTM certification, right, is also now made very clear to be part of a maintenance or a form of audit. All right, now to just add on, risk assessments is now there. It's very clear now that they've included data mapping, data inventory maps, data flow diagrams, and in the next slide I'll share with you risk register. So this is in line with what we are actually doing right now at Straits for our clients. We get our clients to use our DPO inbox software to put together a data inventory map and a data flow diagram. And for those of you who want to go for DPTM, this is needed to adduce up to the PDPC or to IMDA or to your assessment body as a start. Okay, so take note that this is important here. And the risk register. Now, for those of you who want to go for Trustmark, the risk register is your key thing. You may say that, yeah, you may also wish to adopt, but for the best practice then means you need to have a risk register in place. Okay, so again, I leave you to read the details here, but certainly we do talk about a risk register within our training courses and our consultancy projects. Okay, this is using, and the DPO inbox has a function for that. Now, of course, talking about DPO inbox, the guide has retained, I would say, DPO inbox as a accountability tool in the beginning, and now it's still here along with other resources that are available. So I believe the PDPC now sees the need for resources and tools to help customers and organizations maintain their Tpmp. So DPO inbox is still on the list for those of you who are still with us as a subscriber or using it as part of our projects and training courses. Fret not, you are in good state with your Tpmp implementation. Alright. Now for the DPI guide, this 6-phase process is still there. There's no change to it. All they have just done is to now graphify it or infographic this entire thing. But it's still important. Still, the fact that you need to identify data flows, assessing risk, all comes into play here. Right. Now for the questionnaire that sits behind in the annex of the DPI guide, this is now updated. We go through all these things anyway for when we do our consultancy in our training materials or in our consultancy advisories. So we've got the questionnaire that's been updated here, and they've included now the data breach policy, SOPs, communication plan to the PDPC, and remediation. So who is going to be, the question of course is who is going to do all these things. So these are the details needs to be fleshed out. Okay, the risk assessment is also important, and this has been around in the previous guide. Now they just retain it here. But again, important for all of you, when you do your risk assessments, you need to be following on a matrix, right? Your likelihood and impact. So this is still there, all right? In terms of the guide, and we have also been doing it in our classes and courses and projects. Now for the data protection practices for ICT systems, I share with you some insights, takeaways here. First of all, this handbook, as you will see on this slide here, all right, it's been available before, and they're just refreshing it here. Now they got a checklist that's in Word document, so I think it's good as a good resource for now in IT departments to take into account when in the implementation of your Tpmp. So the screenshots are here for you to see. All right. This checklist is made available in Word documents, so your SDLC and your code reviews and other ICT controls are all made available now for you to look through. So they've made things more accessible and more visibility. All right. And this ICT practices is now revised. As you can see, they have made it very graphic, very easy to read and easy to look through. All right. And the focus now on ICT systems is in line with the theme of data-driven culture. And the guide also provides now visibility of what is required from an IT or systems perspective. So, folks, we have always been talking about your IT department or IT personnel being part of your Tpmp implementation. So here is something for you to take back for your IT departments. Always co-op your IT as part of your data protection management program and governance committee. Now, last but not least, they have put in place the professional help resources, and I'd like to just share with you that Straits Interactive is one of the DPAS or Data Protection as a Service providers, and our details are here, and you can contact us for more information, and to be part of the training proficiencies that we offer. So we are here to help as a close up to this short broadcast. This is the dpexnetwork.org, dpexnetwork.org. We have a community here that shares the resources. All right, you can join us, We have resources, we have courses that are available on our website and portal. So if you can be a part of that, and we hope to see you all soon. So this marks the end of my short broadcast to all of you.
For more data protection resources, visit www.dpaxnetwork.org, the Data Protection Excellence Network, and sign up for free as a member to have full access to all content. Do also like and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn if you found this useful.